Hi everyone, this is Carlos Michel from Los Games. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the main board and all of the advantage and all the things we can get from it. So, as we saw in our previous video, once per turn we can choose one advantage, a free advantage from the board. So we are going to get in detail to see every aspect of this advantage. The first thing we are going to see are the cards. As you saw earlier, we have the doctors, these ones. There will be 5 or 6 available, it depending on the number of players, and also the buildings. So on our turn we can choose to buy one of these cards. How do they work? We're going to start with the doctors. Doctors have a price, so if you want to buy one doctor, you need your token of the turn, put on it, paid price, so in this case 10 credits, we take it from our counter and we take the card. We can only buy a doctor if we have a free spot in our hospital, so which has these spots, these ones. So we take our doctor and we put it on a free spot for a doctor. So in our initial hospital we can have up to 2 doctors. Later on the game we can buy new buildings and we can have more doctors. What doctors use for? So in this case, once per turn we can use a doctor, so we flip the card and we take as many resources as the card shows. So in this case 2 diagnosis tokens, so we use our doctors and we take 2 diagnosis tokens, the blue ones. These are for the doctors. For the buildings, if I want to buy a building, as well as with the doctor, I need credits to buy it, so I put my token on it, I pay it, and in this case I search in the back of the buildings, and I take the right one. As you can see here, is the one with 1 room, with 1 diagnosis and 1 empty room. So now we proceed to make our hospital bigger. Now we can have up to 6 patients in our hospital. Next thing we can take from the board are extra resources. There are 3 different slots for resources. We can take 3 healing tokens, 3 diagnosis tokens, or 2 investigation tokens. So simple, you get more resources. Extra credits, as well as with resources, we put our token on it and we get the number of credits, 15 in this case. Okay, so easy. Let's see more things. These 2 on the bottom are the operation room and radiology room. How do they work? In this case, let's take a patient to see more in detail. The radiology room, we have to pay 20 credits to place our worker here. And what it do is it automatically diagnoses our patient. So no matter the number of resources I need to diagnosis, I automatically flip the card. This is how it works. It's very powerful to heal a complicated patient like this one. So the other one, the operation room, is the same, but you can only use it for healing. So you need to have the patient diagnosis, like in this case. So I pay 10 credits, I place my worker here, and I heal automatically the patient. we have covered more than half of the board. We are going to continue now with the ambulance service. There are 3 spots, are the same, the 3 of them. So what they do is I place 1 token here and I send 1 extra patient to all the other players. So what is this spot used for? If a player in his turn receives a patient and he don't have an empty room for it, he loses a point. So we use this to overwhelm the hospitals and to attack them. So it's the way to try to prevent the other players from being in a good position. We're going to proceed now with the next one. Oh, it's very important, I forgot. Every time you receive a patient in your turn that is not from the beginning of the red turns, the first one, the 5th, the 9th and the 13th, you put this token on it. We'll see later why, but it's important. Don't forget that you have to put this token on the patient every time you get a patient out of the initial patients of the turn. So we move on. Now we are going to see moving patients. Moving patient, we are actually working on it, and it's a little bit different, like you can see here on the board. You have to pay 1 investigation token to place the worker here, and you can get 1 patient from another hospital and take it to yours. So what is this for? So imagine that this player has this patient diagnosed and with 3 healings tokens on him, he's almost healed, and I say, okay, I'm going to pay 1 diagnosis token, I'm going to take the spot, and I'm going to take the patient, and I'm going to end healing him to take the reward, just paying less than half of needed to heal the patient. So it's a very powerful spot if you know how to use it. And the last thing we have on the board are resident doctors. For resident doctors, this is the exception of the game. We can always place a worker here, no matter how many tokens there are on the square. So the other spots are limited, but this one is not. So in this case we are going to throw the dice and see the results. So if we score, we see each die separately. So the 1 is 1 diagnosis token, the 2 is 1 healing token, the 3 is 1 diagnosis token, the 4 is 5 credits, and the 5 and the 6 is send a patient to another player. So in this case we will earn 1 diagnosis token and we will send 1 patient to another player as the player we want to. So we always want to try to give this patient to the player that is winning the game, to make it harder the turns. Don't forget, every time you give a patient to another player, to put this token on it. So this is all. I don't know if I said it. When you put your token on ambulance service to send 1 patient to each of the other player, you also get 1 investigation token. So this is how the main board works, and all the advantage you can take from it. we will continue to see more mechanics of the game in the next video. Thanks for watching.